Hello and welcome. My name is Dawood Zaranda and I'm currently studying business analytics at Western Sydney University. In this video, I'll be reflecting on the 10 weeks of learning that helped me develop and present my campaign idea, Build It Back, a proposed partnership between Bunnings Warehouse and Planet Ark focused on sustainability and community engagement. I'll be discussing what I learned each week and how those lessons shaped my understanding of marketing, project management, and teamwork.
A suit is the professional who manages the relationship between the client and the creative team. They act as a bridge that connects ideas with business goals, ensuring that both creativity and strategy work hand in hand. A good suit is organized, communicative, and adaptable, someone who understands the client's vision, manages expectations, and delivers results through teamwork and clear direction. Learning what makes a good suit was especially useful for my project because in this case I was the suit. I had to manage the overall campaign idea, set deliverables, and make sure that every part of the Bunnings and Planet Ark partnership worked together. I was responsible for linking the creative concept, the Build It Back campaign, with the project's goals and structure. I also learned about experiential cause marketing, which is when a brand partners with a social or environmental cause and creates hands-on real-world experiences that allows people to engage directly with that cause. Understanding this concept helped me design a campaign that doesn't just talk about sustainability, but involves community in rebuilding nature, turning the idea into meaningful action. Week 2 focused on how creativity fuels effective thinking. I learned that creativity isn't just about coming up with flashy ideas. It's about finding meaningful and authentic ways to connect with people. This week also reinforced key principles of cause marketing such as authenticity, storytelling, and long-term commitment. These lessons were valuable for my project because they helped me design a campaign that felt genuine rather than forced. When developing the Build It Back campaign, I used creativity not just to make the message engaging, but to make it believable and emotionally powerful. Understanding how to think creatively while staying true to the brand's values allowed me to build a campaign that connects with audiences on a deeper level and inspires real participation.
Week 3 introduced the fundamentals of project management, focusing on how to clearly define goals, deliverables, and timelines before starting any project. I learned that every successful campaign begins with a strong foundation, knowing exactly what needs to be done, who is responsible, and how success will be measured. This was especially helpful for my assignment because it guided how I structured the Build It Back campaign. I created a clear list of deliverables, such as the video script, the infographics that I'll be using, and the community engagement plan, and organized them into a project framework. Learning how to manage a project properly helped me stay organized, think ahead, and ensure that every part of the campaign worked together toward one clear objective.
Week 4 built on the foundations of project management by focusing on flexibility, time management, and risk control. I learned that every project operates within the classic triangle of time, cost, and quality, and that at least one of these elements must remain flexible because no project has unlimited resources. This week emphasized the importance of identifying potential risks, setting realistic expectations, and developing contingency plans to handle setbacks effectively. These lessons were very helpful for my assignment because they taught me to think like a real project manager, anticipating challenges instead of reacting to them. When planning the Build It Back campaign, I had to consider practical limitations such as budgets for promotional material, event timing, and volunteer availability. By applying what I had learned in week 4, I was able to plan a campaign that was not only creative and community driven, but also achievable with realistic boundaries, showing that good management is just as important as good ideas. Week 6 focused on execution and communication strategies, and it really highlighted the importance of teamwork in bringing a project to life. I learned that no matter how strong an idea is, it can only succeed if everyone involved communicates clearly and works together towards the same goal. This was an important lesson for me because I often find it easier to work on my own. I like having control and knowing exactly what needs to be done, but this week helped me realize that collaboration often leads to stronger results and more creative outcomes. When applying this to my Build It Back campaign, I understood that a project of this scale, involving Bunnings, Planet Ark, and community members, would only succeed through teamwork and open communication. It taught me that working with others isn't about losing control, but it's about combining different skills and perspectives to make the overall campaign more effective and meaningful. Week 7 focused on evaluation and feedback, teaching the importance of assessing progress and using feedback to improve a project's outcome. I learned that evaluation isn't just something that's done at the end, it's an ongoing process that helps identify what's working and what's not, and also how adjustments can be made along the way. Feedback, whether positive or critical, is valuable because it strengthens the final product and ensures that the project meets its goals. This week was helpful for my Build It Back campaign because it reminded me to think about how success would be measured. I plan to evaluate the campaign not just through participation numbers, but also through engagement levels, social media response, and environmental impact, such as the number of trees planted. I also learned the importance of being open to constructive criticism, which can help refine ideas and make the campaign more effective. By applying these lessons, I understood that feedback isn't a setback. It's an opportunity to grow and create something stronger. Weeks 9 and 10 focused on managing people, exploring what it takes to lead, motivate, and support a team effectively through a project. I learned that strong leadership isn't about authority or control. It's about empathy, communication, and the ability to bring people together around a common goal. These weeks also emphasized the importance of sustaining morale, resolving conflicts, especially when working on long-term projects where challenges can pressure and build up. These lessons were very relevant to the Build It Back campaign because managing people is at the heart of any community-driven initiative. The campaign relies on collaboration between Bunnings employees, Planet Art partners, and volunteers, which means clear communication and motivation are essential. Understanding how to lead with empathy and maintain team spirit helped me think about how to keep everyone engaged and inspired, whether that's by celebrating small milestones, recognizing contributions, or creating positive work culture. These final weeks taught me that successful leadership combines organization with emotional understanding, both of which are key to driving a campaign that truly makes an impact. Looking back at everything I've learned over these 10 weeks, I can see how each lesson played a role in shaping not just the Build It Back campaign, but also my personal growth, from learning what makes a good suit to understanding creativity, project management, and teamwork. Every week built on the last to show how much thought and coordination goes into creating something meaningful. Although this was meant to be a group project, I did end up completing it on my own. That experience taught me an important lesson about accountability and time management. I often struggle with managing my time effectively, and it sometimes puts me in difficult situations where I feel unprepared or unable to deliver my best work. Working independently made me realize just how vital organization and discipline are, not just for meeting deadlines, but for creating something I can truly be proud of.